The average American visits about 7 different websites before booking a hotel. I totally get that. We want to make sure that we get a great hotel for the best price. But why only 7 when there are so many more out there? Next time, before you book, check on Trivago. Trivago compares live prices from more than 150 different websites to make sure that you find the best price for your ideal hotel. Hotel Trivago.
But the big story on Action News tonight is 6 Philadelphia narcotics cops busted for alleged corruption. These are the officers who allegedly broke the law instead of preserving it. Federal charges say they robbed and extorted suspected drug dealers in a case that Police Commissioner Charles Ramsey called one of the worst cases of corruption he has ever seen. Action News reporter Vernon Odom is live at federal court. Vernon, not a good day for the Philadelphia PD.
A tough day in one way, Jim, but as Commissioner Ramsey would put it, it also helps us cleanse the bad ones out of our department. If these cops are convicted here on these charges, they could face life terms in prison. If the allegations against them are true, they've been running around for years acting like characters out of The Sopranos or a Robert De Niro gangster classic.
I've been a police officer for more than 40 years. And this is one of the worst cases of corruption that I have ever heard.
Police Commissioner Ramsey sounding off on the 6 former narcotics officers locked up by the FBI overnight. They face a mountain of corruption charges, including racketeering, essentially robbing drug dealers of cash and selling the confiscated dope, including marijuana and cocaine.
Throughout the course of the conspiracy, the defendants routinely entered and searched homes belonging to suspected drug dealers and stole money and property.
Words just don't describe the degree in which this has brought discredit upon not only these individual officers, but their families, the police department, the entire city.
A powerful quote from the sweeping 42-page indictment. One of the cops confronts a drug suspect, quote, punched JK in the mouth, knocking out some teeth, and held JK over a balcony approximately 30 feet off the ground. Today's bust was triggered by last year's arrest of veteran narcotics cop Jeffrey Walker, who immediately began cooperating with the government, flipping on the half-dozen busted today. All 6 appeared in court this afternoon, entering pleas of not guilty. One of the most prominent names in the indictment belongs to Officer Tom Licciardello.
Instead of rushing to judgment here, let's see where the allegations come from, let's see who's making them, and let's see what they said in the past about these allegations in courts of law. And my guess is that behind each of these allegations is nothing. Police Officer Betts maintains his innocence. He's presumed to be innocent. We're going to fight the case. We're going to fight the allegations.
Jim, tonight the 6 cops remain in federal custody. They have a detention hearing set for Monday. This case already has far-reaching impact. Hundreds of drug convictions where these officers testified and presented evidence have been thrown out already because of credibility issues. Dozen more cases are pending. Live at the federal courthouse in Center City, Vernon Odom, Channel 6 Action News.
Thank you, Vernon.
Hundreds of drug convictions overturned after corrupt cops caught framing innocent people. Leroy Gonzalez says that he spent over 2 years in jail after he was framed by crooked cops and wrongfully convicted of a drug charge. While Gonzalez sat in jail, the officers that arrested him continued their spree of corruption until it eventually caught up with them, resulting in a corruption investigation. Unsurprisingly, after being investigated by their own agency, the officers were acquitted and allowed to return to their jobs in July of 2015. However, their luck ran out when one of the officers in question, Officer Jeffrey Walker, ended up getting caught in a drug-related robbery. In court, Walker quickly turned on his partners and admitted that officers Thomas Licciardello, Michael Spicer and Perry Betts regularly planted evidence and framed innocent people. When Gonzalez learned that the officers who framed him were under suspicion of corruption, he filed his own lawsuit in relation to his 2 years spent behind bars. In the lawsuit, Gonzalez says that the officers unlawfully and maliciously planted numerous items of false evidence in his vicinity to create the illusion of probable cause and justify their grossly illegal police misconduct. The lawsuit goes on to say that the officers participated in concealment, fraud, and subterfuge to prevent the relevant and truthful facts of his arrest from being discovered until August 7, 2015. Gonzalez says that he was sitting alone in his car one night when he was approached by the officers and accused of selling drugs. After searching his vehicle without probable cause or a warrant, the officers found nothing, but according to Gonzalez, they threw him to the ground and handcuffed him anyway, planting evidence in his vehicle to justify taking him in for an arrest. After Gonzalez spent 2 years in jail, he filed an appeal and was able to get all of the charges against him dropped. The charges were dropped due, in large part, to the admissions of police misconduct by former police officer Jeffrey Walker and Pennsylvania's own investigation into the matter. In the lawsuit, Gonzalez is seeking compensation for his time spent in jail as well as unspecified damages for the assault and violation of privacy that came from the false arrest and imprisonment. Image: http://pixel.watch/QUT7. In addition to the case of Gonzalez, the revelations about these corrupt officers have prompted the overturn of nearly 450 drug convictions in the city of Philadelphia. After the rulings, U.S. District Judge Paul Diamond ordered the officers involved to stay away from the former defendants who have brought lawsuits against them. Read more at http://450-drug-convictions-overturned-after-cops-framing-innocent-people/pound-KW5 JIZOG 0x6YPS.99.